Hi there, Mike from GDT. I'm sitting outside of Montgomery Massage, about to go in and talk with Michael Michaud. Michael's been good enough to volunteer to give us some tips and tricks on how to use a foam roller and how to find those trigger points to ensure that we're at our optimum. So we're about to go in and let's go meet Michael. Cheers. I'm sitting here literally with Michael Michaud of Montgomery Massage, and as I discussed outside, we're going to go through 9 different exercises with the TriggerPoint Roller. Michael's going to talk a bit about what muscles he's going after and show you briefly how best to use the roller and to achieve the goal. Once again, Michael Michaud, and we'll be right back.
Alright, so hamstrings, basically 3 hamstring muscles, and we'll start with just with one leg on top of the foam roll, or the TriggerPoint roll. Basically, you gotta get your body weight up, okay, and you start down by the knee, and you're rolling towards your glutes, okay. You wanna, as you're rolling, you wanna make sure you're kind of getting like the inside 2 hamstring muscles, okay, like so. When you get into an area where it's a little sort of sore, sort of tight, just slow down a little bit, kind of go back and forth, find that spot, kind of work it gently out, alright, and then pass through it, come back to it again, just slowly go through it, and that should be good there. You don't want to spend a tremendous amount of time on spots, just because using the foam roll is just a recovery technique. You're not trying to fix anything per se, you're just sort of getting the tissue to recover so you can be back at it again the next day. And also too, for some more pressure on the tissue, if you're able to do it, you can put 2 legs on top and you can roll out the any of the technices in your muscles there, like this position here. Again, I'm using my arms, alright, and my balance to kind of roll on the roll. It may take a little bit of practice to do this, especially if you're pretty sore. You won't be able to put 2 legs on top. You probably just have to stick with one. All right, so this next one's really important. Runners, cyclists, triathletes, actually all sports. It's called the tensor fasciae lata. Key thing to this one is location, making sure you're getting the right spot when you're rolling on it. It's a really short muscle. It's the muscular part of the IT band actually. So basically, this is the top of my pelvis. It goes from here to here on me. Okay. Some people it's really ropey. It's really ropey on them, and some people it's not. It's just one of those tissues. It's really good to roll on. So the key setup is you're going to be laying on your side when you do this one. Okay. So you're going to come down. You're going to go kind of. Again, you got to kind of landmark the front of your pelvis, and that's where you should start the roll. Like that's where you start your landmark, and then it's just a short roll. You roll down to start, put all your body weight on top. See how I'm stabilizing the one leg to help me move up and down. Okay, I'm on my elbow here, and I'm using my arm to give good control. Again, it's just like the hamstrings or any other muscle. Find the spot that's kind of a little irritated, kind of work it out a little bit, and then do a couple passes through it. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do the IT band. Okay, it's along the side of the leg. All right, we did the TFL. Now we're going to do the IT band. Its setup is the same. The setup is really important for this. Okay. Now, this is the leg that you're doing. It's best to bring this leg over top. Again, it gives you good balance. Again, while you're on the roll, get on your elbows like this. Okay, and then roll. And you can control with your hands, with this hand here, with your elbow, how much body weight you can put on it. Because if the IT band's really sore, you're going to have to probably take a little bit of your body weight off the roll. Okay. So I'm just getting the whole length of the roll. Next muscle, really important again, it's called the Gluteus medius muscle. So basically where your head of your true plantar is, that little bone that you feel in your hip, and then from there to the top of your pelvis. That's the region that you want to focus on when you're rolling on this. Again, it's a very similar setup to the other two ones, the tensor fasciae lata and the IT band. You're on your side, okay? But here you're kind of, you get it. You're kind of, you're on your side, but you're not necessarily over this way. Your foot's on the other side of your leg, okay? And then you just kind of roll it out. And a couple of key things is you got to go right up to the top of the pelvis, where the pelvis sort of ends, right in your lower back area. But you're staying on your pelvis, though. You're not moving on to your lower back muscles. And the same principles apply. I find where the sore spot is, kind of work it out a little bit. Work it out a little bit, and then make a few nice smooth passes through it. Okay. Alright, so next one is all important gluteus maximus. Has strong attachment on the kind of the back of the femur and on the IT band. Comes across, attaches along the sacrum. So it goes right across the pelvis. My favorite position to start with this is basically just right on the femur. So I'm actually getting both glute max muscles at the same time. So I'm getting the right side and the left side because I'm focusing on where it attaches all along the sacrum. And I'm just using all my body weight. I'm going all the way up to the end. Okay. Alright, so that's kind of like step one to it. Step two would be to kind of just come down, like where you would do the hamstring, and to just fall all the way through. So basically you're passing your greater trochanters right here. That's where you start from, and then you go all the way up towards your sacrum, okay, and all the way back down, all the way up towards your sacrum. You're kind of a little bit on an angle, going inwards, and same thing on the way down. Again, the key thing is using one leg for balance and control, your hands for balance and control as you're doing it. The more you practice this, the better you'll get at it. Alright, so we're now going to do the piriformis muscle, which tends to get tight on a lot of different people. It kind of crosses through one side of the hip towards the sacrum. That one there is a little bit of a different setup. You can set it up like this. Here, we're going to do the left side. Okay, and we're going to cross the one leg over. You can probably straighten this other leg out to help stabilize. And you're probably going to shift your body weight over onto the side that you're working. And you're going to find where that muscle is because you've shortened it a little bit. You're in this position. And you just find that spot and you just kind of work it a little bit. You just kind of work it out. You kind of go on a little bit of an angle. And so as you find that spot on the angle, you can really find where that muscle is. Okay, so this is just a different angle so you can see this one. Okay, again, I'm kind of going on I'm finding where the muscle is. And I'm going on just a little bit of an angle. Okay, to get the muscle. And you just find it right there. Kind of just work it out a little bit. Use the roll. Pass through it. Alright, so we're going to do the quads. Top of the knee, all the way up, to the top of your pelvis. There's 4 muscles in here. Key thing for the quads, again, you got to kind of get yourself in a sort of like a plank position to start with. Start down by the knee first and slowly roll up. A lot of mistakes in this one here is people don't go far enough. You got to go way up, right up to the top of the pelvis to get the whole muscle. Okay, because if you miss part of this muscle, because it's so long, just like the hamstrings. You can, as you're doing the outside quad, you can turn your foot in a little bit so you can make sure you're getting the outside of the muscle. Okay, when you're getting sort of like the middle part of the quad, just keep your foot straight and just work it. Same principles apply. You find the spot in the muscle, kind of work it a little bit. Alright, and then start from the beginning and then roll through it. And you'll notice that it'll start to get a bit looser there. Okay. Okay, so this is, again, still quad, but this is vastus medialis. This muscle is really tricky to get. When you're just rolling normally, you don't get sort of the edge of this muscle, so there's a different position to it. So this muscle is like a teardrop. It's usually the top part, not the tear part of the muscle, but way up in here that gets really, really bad on a lot of people. And when this one's really sore, it's really painful when you're rolling on it. So just kind of take care when you're rolling on it. This one here, you got to kind of get the roll like this here. You got to sort of angle. So there's the muscle there, and there we go. So you got to kind of bend your knee a little bit. Kind of put your body weight up onto the muscle. Use your elbows to get up onto the roller as you're rolling on it. Okay. I'm using my back foot to help stabilize a little bit, and this one, for whatever reason, is usually really tight on me. So I can find the spot, kind of work it out a little bit, and then roll slowly pass through it a couple times. Okay, so now we got the Gastroc Soleus and the other deeper compartment. It's basically just all one motion with using the foam roll. It just depends on how much pressure you put on it. Generally start with one leg, and then if you need to put more pressure, start with two legs. A couple of key components is make sure you're getting, the lower part of around the Achilles tendon, which is really, really important. Okay, if all you're working about is rolling here, you're not getting down in here, you're missing, a big part of the muscle. So start down low. Okay, I'm up. I'm using my body weight. I'm up. Okay, using this leg to help, and I'm starting down low, working the muscle. Want to get through the whole muscle. You can't just focus on, the right side of the muscle, the left side of the muscle, one pass. You kind of got to do a pass on the other side of the muscle, the inside of the muscle. Okay, whether it's the Gastroc Soleus, and get the inside part of it and go all the way up. Okay. You can double. If you're really comfortable with more pressure, you can double it. All right, just kind of roll all the way up. Takes a little bit upper body strength to do that, especially if you're kind of tired from a workout. And I get more of the inside. So all I'm doing is I'm just putting a bit more of my body weight on the inside of the muscle, all the way up. And then you can just kind of even it out and just do a couple passes like that. And that's about it.
There you have 9 different exercises that you can do that might help to release some of those nasty muscle aches and to avoid injury. I just want to say thank you very much to Michael Michaud and for volunteering his time and helping out GDT, and of course all that goes towards I2P. So a big thank you, and hope this helps. If you have questions or concerns, feel free to contact myself through Good God's Try, and of course if you need more information or if you'd like to be injury free as I've been for the last 6 years, please do contact Michael Michaud at Montgomery Massage. Thanks.